Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, I'm just going to jump right on in because I'm a little excited in today's topic and what we're going to be doing today. And this is only if you are interested in creating your own custom color acrylics. By no means am I creating a color, just a custom acrylic. More like, well, it is acrylic. I mean, it's clear acrylic powder with mica powder. Makes sense? Okay. I will link 2 videos of me creating my own custom acrylics down below. Those are pretty old videos, but those were the last times and probably the only times on camera that I tried creating my own custom acrylics. Not my own custom color, and I keep making that clear because I cannot create a color. But I can definitely create a custom acrylic. So what I mean by that is that if I don't have that color in my inventory, but I would like to have that color, I don't own it, I can try and recreate it with the mica powders and the clear acrylic that we're going to use. Now, some people have used chalk for this, and they've used white acrylic and clear acrylic. I think the white may be to lighten up the color. I'm not sure, but I don't like to use the white because I don't want to take away from the color I'm using to create into an acrylic, if that makes sense. So in this video, I will not be using the white acrylic. I'm only going to be using clear. So right now I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I think you're going to need for creating the acrylics. Now, if I can find a link for it, I will link it down below. But I forgot one thing. I just want to grab it real quick. Okay, there we go. So there are 2 different kind of utensils that, is that the right word? Tools, let's call it that. 2 tools that you're going to need to, kind of like measure and mix. 2 of them. The first one, now depending on the container that you have and how much acrylic you're trying to create, may depend on the size of this spoon right here. This is a measuring spoon. I will link the Amazon link of how, which ones these are. I buy the majority of my stuff through Amazon, so I apologize. Now, just to kind of get something out the way, anything I link down below for a product is non-affiliated. I make absolutely no money whatsoever. I don't have any, what's the right verbiage? I don't represent any company. I am not a brand ambassador for anyone. I don't have any affiliates, and no one ever sponsors my videos. So just let's get that clear out the way, just in case anyone's curious. So anything I link down below, I will not make any money out of it. It's simply for you, making it easier for you to find these items if you're interested in the ones that I'm presenting in this video. So I will link the link to the Amazon of these particular measuring spoons. They come with, I think, a pack of 5, and because the containers I'm using today, this is the size I will be using, a tablespoon. And then to mix, I normally use the container, but in case I need to mix a little bit more, is this little spoon, mixing spoon. And I will also link this down below because I also got this on Amazon. And then obviously you're going to need containers. Today I plan to only create 2 new colors, and I'm hoping that I'm not recreating anything that's already in my inventory. I will try my best not to. But these are 2-ounce jars that where did I get them? Amazon, because I just get all my deals there. I purchased these through Amazon, a pack of 12. And I believe the one that I will be linking is a pack of 12. 3 packs of 12 jars. So you get a lot. You'll pay a pretty penny, but you're going to get a lot, about 36 jars. So if you're looking to create your own line of custom acrylics for yourself because you just are on a strict budget and you can't purchase these expensive brands, then I highly recommend that bulk, and then you can create your own acrylics. And these are, like, once again, 2 ounces. So you're gonna need jars, you're gonna need a measuring spoon and a mixer. And then the mica powders that I use, I also got on Amazon, and it's a pack of 24. It is the Picasso mica powder. Now, once again, these are the same ones that I used on the 2 videos that I created my custom acrylics. And so these are the mica powders that we're going to be using today. It's a pack of 24. And what I like about these is that they're vibrant colors. They're non-toxic. They're good for cosmetics. They're multi-purpose. So you can pretty much use this for, like, doing resin, you know. You can use this for makeup. You can use this, at least right here, cosmetic grade is what I'm interpreting. And if I'm not interpreting that correctly, please correct me down below. But that's what I'm interpreting with this, is that you can use it to create makeup. And obviously, acrylic. So you can't create acrylic, a custom color acrylic, without acrylic. So the next item you're going to use, and you can really use any clear acrylic, but this is my most favorite, and I'll tll you why. It's in the name, it's in the packaging. Number one, you can use it as dipping and sculpting. So if you're not into acrylic application, like sculpting with an acrylic brush, you can also use it as a dip powder. Okay, and the other great thing about this is that there is no MMA in this. So it's MMA free, non-yellowing, and not tested on animals, and is here in the US of A. So if you want to support your fellow US states, it is here, done in America. So if you want to purchase an American made product, this is one of them. I don't know how many different colors, and maybe if I find their website, I will link it in the description box. But I purchased these through Amazon. There's always some sort of sale where they have a 10 ounce, is it? I want to say 10 ounce. If not, I'll correct myself here in the screen. But it's a 10 ounce jar of powder along with their monomer. And to just tell you right off the bat, this is a very dry, fast drying formula. Let's put it that way. Very fast drying formula. So even if you are creating a custom color, it's still going to dry fast. So if you're going to use this particular one, and you're going to use your acrylic, I would go in with wetter beads in order for you to be able to have an easier application. Okay, so if you have your liquid to powder ratio down packed, you know more or less if you can, use a dryer bead or a wetter bead. So I would recommend with STG to use a wetter bead because it is fast drying, and I think they're even monomer. Their monomer is fast drying. So, but this is the one I love to use for this reason and for the other reasons that I just explained. So those are the items that we're going to be using today. If I left anything out, I will pop in and let you know what that item is. But other than that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a few minutes to kind of set up my table to get ready to create these colors. And then after that, we're going to pick out of the 24 the colors that we're gonna use to create today. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I took some time to think off camera, and I just kind of wanna go back a little bit as far as the white acrylic. I was thinking to myself, I am kind of curious as to why they use the white, because once again, I don't use chalk, right? And I've seen in the videos that I've researched with that they use chalk, and that's the only time I ever see them use the white acrylic. And so the reason I think they used it is because it'll be a base for the chalk to kind of mix it together and make it a little bit stronger and to actually be an acrylic powder. But I'm already using, in my version of making my acrylic powder, I'm using clear acrylic along with a mica powder. They're already formed into powders, so I don't need to grind anything. I just have to mix it and mix it well. But I was still curious. I want to know what's the difference. Why use just white and not a little bit of clear? Because I think and my theory is, and I could be wrong or I could be right, comment down below. I think that the clear powder is much stronger. I think it's the strongest acrylic powder out there, and white I think compares to the clear. Like sometimes it's very hard to find a white that doesn't dry fast, and this acrylic clear acrylic powder does the same. It works the same. It dries pretty fast. It's just clear. So I'm wondering if the reason they use the white is because of the strength and being a base to a chalk they're grinding down. That's how I'm interpreting it. So I was kind of curious, and I'm thinking that maybe I'll create two of the same color, one using the white and one using the clear, and kind of compare with how different it may look. And you guys can kind of tell me down below what you think looks better. So we're gonna create one color today, and we're gonna use white as a base with one and clear as a base for the other one, and see how they compare. So I'm gonna get a few more items to put on my table so that we can go ahead and start making this acrylic powder, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to be safe. I already have enough issues going on with allergies and things like that, so it's very important that when it comes to powders that can freely flow in the air, either you're filing or mixing a powder that can do that, I highly recommend you wear a mask. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mask, and then I'm hoping that, like I said, I don't sound muffled. So we have our mask on, and I highly recommend gloves, because if you are mixing products, you want to make sure that when you touch anything else when you're done, that you are not cross-contaminating and putting it in your eye or your mouth and your nose and so forth. You can always take off the glove and do what you got to do. So highly recommend a glove no matter what you're doing when it comes to products and chemicals and things like that. So anyway, let's go ahead through the mica powders. We have 24, and like I said, I've done other custom acrylics. Before I do that, let's go ahead and show you the custom acrylics. And you've seen this before on my previous video on the nails that I have on now. This is a mica powder with clear, the STG Clear. Aquamarine is the color, and this is just clear. And that is the acrylic powder. Now, all of these will have a shimmer, and I've explained it on my other video. It has a shimmer because that's mica powder for you. To get a matte powder, mica powder, you really have to look out there for that matte one. And sometimes it could be a little costly, and if it's cheap, it's probably very little product you're gonna get. I have found a matte version, but it's a little pricey. So for now, I'm gonna stick to my mica powders. It has just a tiny shimmer, it'll be okay. So this is Aquamarine, that's the color that I used on that one. And I'm sure you guys have seen this before as well. This is the mica powder Indigo with the STG Clear. And I've used this for my birthday prior to this year twice in a row. Very pretty color, like a purplish blue color, very pretty. And it reminds me of my birthstone, and I know it's not exact, but it reminds me of it. That's why I use it on my birthday, except this year I made an exception. So that's Indigo. And then in the videos that I'm going to link below, these three powders is one of the videos that I did these acrylics in. And in this one, I've used it twice. One on a cheetah nail and one on, I think there are two different versions of cheetah nails. I will also link those down below. This is called Pure Gold, the mica powder Pure Gold. Because I did not have a gold until I ran into Vanessa's Nails acrylic, which I will compare in the screen. I will put a little picture. Excuse the background. My kids are coming in from the backyard. So those are the three custom colors I did in my first video. And then on my second video, I created one because I was looking to create a chrome acrylic, and I wasn't able to. I don't know if I got even close to it. So one is made with the mica powder, space gray, pearl, and some white chrome. So this is a mixture of 4 space gray, pearl, white, and chrome powder that I had in my inventory. And then this, I just did the 3 without the chrome. And let's see if you can tell the difference. So, not sure if you can tell in the light, this one has a lot of shimmer, but more of a, it almost looks like it has glitter, but it's the chrome powder that I put in there. And then this one just has shimmer in it. So I'm not sure if you guys can tell the difference. Let me see if I maybe put some more light on it that you'll be able to tell. And if you'd like, I can go ahead and probably will put some swatches here in the screen somewhere for every single one as I showed you them. So this is the one with chrome, this is the one without chrome. And like I said, as I show you these powders, I will put a swatch somewhere around here in the screen. So these were so far only 5 custom acrylics that I've been able to make, and I'm going to stop saying custom color because once again, I cannot create color. Again, pardon the background. I got my girls coming in from the backyard. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. The girls are now in the living room trying to have a little meal and watching some Bluey. So if you hear that in the background, I apologize. I'll try that when I'm editing it to take out some of the background noise. So hopefully you won't hear it at all. But anyway, like I was saying, so we're going to do we're going to go through the mica powders now. I've already showed you the 5 custom acrylics that I did. I've already showed you swatches while I was showing you the acrylics somewhere in the screen. And now we're going to check out the 24 colors that we have. I don't want to repeat a color, so I'm going to take out the ones I know I've already used. This is the indigo, so we're not going to use that. This is the pure gold. We're not going to use that. This is the aquamarine, so we're not going to use that. And this is the space gray, so we're not going to use that. Ooh, it just started really raining. So let me see. If I take a good look right now just on what I have in my wall of acrylics and the acrylic containers that I have on top of my unit, I don't have a lot of blue, that's for sure. I have some blue, not a lot of blue. So maybe we can stick to blue. Let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and take these out, and then we'll figure out what color. Well, we used pearl white, but not on its own. Turquoise onyx. Moss green violet. Let me just take them all out and then I will let you guys see them all. It's a lot of colors. So I have lime, sea green, midnight, and chocolate. Okay, so let me take out the camera real quick and go ahead and show you what we're currently working with. So these are the remaining mica powders. I mean, hopefully you guys can see that clearly. So So I have a lot of acrylic. If you guys ever seen my tour, my room tour in the other house, I have quite a bit of an inventory that I don't really need anymore. And so picking a color, it will probably be very difficult because I'll probably already have some of these in my inventory. I will tell you I don't have a lot of brown or a lot of blues, so maybe we can play with that, but I definitely have the bright colors in my inventory. I have black, but this is like a shimmer black, and I've already purchased one from Zule called Galaxy that has like these glitter, very beautiful glitter in it. I have pinks, I have red, I have greens. I don't have too many blue, and I don't have too many chocolate. So I'm gonna have to think off camera real quick and pick a color. All right, you guys, so I've decided to go in with sky blue. Now this is a brand new mica powder. I have not opened it. So we're gonna go ahead and open it on camera.
And this is very hard to do, you guys. Last time I did this, I opened it off camera because it's a bit, difficult to do. Now what I like about these particular mica powders is the container.
Okay, it brings this little lid that you can put on there. And you can either pour it out or kind of shake it out. So it has two different tops. So I just want to kind of get rid of this real quick. And I'm going to take another one of these and put it right on there, since I've already got some of that mica powder on there and on my gloves. So that's why I highly recommend you use gloves. Now, like I said, in this video, we're gonna go ahead and try the white acrylic versus the clear acrylic and see what the difference is. I'm sure obviously there is a different one. Might be more translucent than the other. One might be more solid and one might be more shimmery. We'll see. So on this one we're gonna try the clear, and on this one we're gonna try the white. The thing is, I have this huge spoon that I use, and I believe I went with 5 spoons of these and then went in with the mica powder. So we're gonna start with that, the base. White will be here. What is that on the container? Okay, anyway, that's in the outside. Then the clear here. So let's open up the STG because it's gonna be a little bit easier to get out of the container. And I have my mask on, so let's move the mica powder out of the way for no accidents. So there's 1, 2 of the clear. Let's make that 3. I can't remember. It's been over a year since I've done those videos, so let's just put 3. We'll use 3. Anyway, so we have our 3 spoons of the clear acrylic here. Now it's clear. I don't think it's going to tamper too much with the white, so I'm going to use the same measuring spoon to get the white. In this case we're using the Mia Secret 3D white. I have a lot of this and so I decided to go ahead and use that one. I hope that I can fit the spoon in here well enough to be able to get a full spoon, but we'll see. Yes, more or less, more or less. Okay, so that's 1. Two. And 3. So we have 3 of the 3D white in this jar and clear on this jar. Once again, we have the white here, the clear here. Now we're gonna go in with our mica powder. Now the powder, the mica powder, unfortunately I do it all with eye measurement. So depending on how much I put on top of here is the same amount that I'm putting on top of here. So we're gonna use this part of the lid because it pours right out. And let's go ahead and start.
It's been a long time, but I remember it well. Just like the photo we keep on the shelf. Oh, we were young.
What I normally do is I put the top first. And I shake it, then I go in with a little mixer. So let's start with the clear.
Go by, started with a gaze. Here we remain. All of the moments collected in time, perfectly bound like your hand fits in mine. Lucky to find what we're both looking for in this life.
All right. With the white, obviously, it's a much more muted blue. And with the clear, it's a more pigmented blue. Just some mica powder that was solid there. It mixed well with the white, but I feel like adding more to the white. So we're gonna go in because this looks like a pretty decent blue. I might add a little bit more.
We find ourselves here at the end of the aisle, looking at me, you're looking at me. What more could I want? What more could I need? Our hands intertwined in this sweet symphony. You're all that I want to forever breathe.
All of the moments collected in time, perfectly bound like your hand fits in mine. Lucky to find what we're both looking for in this life. My heart is aching, but somehow in all the right places. You made me feel like enough. I'll never be.
So there's a big difference, and this is what I was worried about, is that it'll be a much more muted blue versus a very pigmented blue. And I notice, let me see if I can get it even. I don't know, it's too muted for me. I mean, it's much more blue, but it's like, I mean, it is the blue it's supposed to be, the sky blue. But why is it that with the clear, it looks more pigmented to me? And we'll swatch in a minute to be able to tell. I want to add just a little bit more. I don't know, I'm not telling much of a difference. Even though I'm adding more blue, I'm not seeing much more of a difference. But it does look a lot more of a solid sky blue. And then this one, yes, you can see the sky blue, but it's has more shimmer than the one with the white. And obviously it's a lot more pigmented. And that's why I recommend to go in with the clear, because to me it's more true to the color than with the white. Okay, but let's go ahead and swatch them. I just want to get rid of this here. I'm going to clean up a little bit and then come back with some swatch so we can swatch these and see the difference. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and swatch these. Hopefully they'll come out just fine. You won't have to add anything. Now this is sky blue, so it's meant to be a very light blue anyway. So where's the smudge sticks? There we go. So we're gonna start with the white. I'm gonna be using my number 12 Natalie Carmona Kolinsky brush and using some not polish monomer.
My heart is aching, but somehow in all the right places. You make me feel like enough. I'm ever yours, I'm ever yours. My heart is racing, these tears of happiness shaking, 'cause I know that I found love. I'm ever yours, I'm ever
I've always believed that after the miles we find ourselves here at the end of the aisle. Looking at me, you're looking at me. What more could I want? What more could I need? Our hands intertwined in this sweet symphony. You're all that I want to forever breathe.
all of the moments collected in time, perfectly bound like your hand fits in mine. Lucky to find what we're both looking for in this life. My heart is aching, but somehow in all the right places. You made me feel like enough. I'm ever yours, I'm ever yours. My heart is racing, these tears of happiness shaking.
This is the blue with the white acrylic. I went with wetter beads because, as we know, the white kind of dries pretty fast. So I didn't want to have to get stuck with a very lumpy swatch. So we're just going to go ahead and let that dry. And give me 1 second, you guys. So what I want to do is, I just wanted to kind of put that aside and let that dry. I'm noticing that it's taking quite a bit to dry. I don't know if it's just shiny because it wants to be shiny. But let's go ahead and swatch the one with the clear.
It's been a long time, but I remember it well. Just like the photo we keep on the shelf. Oh, we were young, oh, we were young. Now 10 years have passed and we're still locked in time. I don't take for granted the years that go by. Started with a gaze, here we remain. The moments collected in time, perfectly bound like your hand fits in mine. Lucky to find what we're both looking for in this life. My heart is aching, but somehow in all the right places. You make me feel like enough. I'm ever yours, I'm ever yours. My heart is racing, these tears of happiness shaking, 'cause I know that I found love.
the end of the aisle, looking at me. You're looking at me.
So it's not a perfect swatch, but I'm gonna go ahead and let those dry, and we'll be back to compare and explain what I mean. Okay, you guys, so I wanted to just show you up close. Sorry. So this is the one with the white, this is the one with the clear. You can definitely tell the difference in the blue. One is lighter than the other. And if you can notice on camera, I'm not sure if you can, but the one with the clear, you can see more of the shimmer. Whereas with the white, you can't barely see any of the shimmer. And obviously it looks more matte than the one with the clear. I'm not sure if you can see that. But I did notice that when I was swatching the one with the white, it didn't polymerize the way it should, in my opinion. Didn't polymerize the way I'm used to seeing an acrylic powder polymerize, and the white separated. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell. You can see some of the white a little bit separated from the mica powder. So what I want to also do is swatch it on here and let you guys see up close if it polymerizes or not, and maybe show you what I'm trying to explain. So this is the one with the white. Now I am going to leave, like I'm going to, and maybe I could do this up close as well. So I am going to try and do a medium bead by swiping from the ferrule to the middle of the brush. Okay, so let's see. So that was the problem. I didn't let it polymerize. So yes, I'm impressed. Let's try this again. Let's try to do a larger bead. Ooh. I'm liking it, but I also want you to take notice. It is a bit separating from the mica powder. Excuse me 1 second, young lady. Close the door.
Can you staple?
In a minute, close the door. Thank you. So it's separating from the white. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing. It's a little separated from the mica powder, but it did polymerize. Maybe I was trying to get the swatch done quicker, thinking it was gonna dry faster, so I was trying to get through it quickly. So maybe I need to shake that a little bit more. Let's do the clear. Once again, we're gonna do a medium bead. It is polymerizing. Sorry about that, I'm off camera. And let's do a large bead. Polymerizing. Not separating. So we have, and I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the lighting on this. We have full pigment here, nothing separating, and polymerize is just the same. I'm very, very impressed that the white polymerized the way I hoped that it would, but the separating of the color kind of worries me. That's why I think I would prefer the clear, because there's no separation at all whatsoever. The only difference is that this is more muted in the shimmer more matte versus this having more shimmer, and you know, you always have that shimmer. But I wonder, you know, if shaking it more, the separation won't matter. Because I always know that with the clear, I never have an issue. It's just getting it down right. I mean, it's barely noticeable, but if you're doing someone's nails, they're not expecting their clip color to separate. You know, they're gonna notice that. So shake it a little bit more. Let's see. Let's try this again with the white. Medium bead. Okay, so far so good. Okay, less, well, I still see the white separated. I don't know if you guys can see it. Like right around here and here, it's a little bit white. That little line there. But barely noticeable. So if that doesn't bother you, then, you know, you can get two versions of the color you're trying to create. A muted version and a more solid version of the color, because this is the mica powder right here. To me, it's more true to color with the clear than it is with the white. So, I mean, you can add more mica powder, but you hope that it doesn't separate just the same the more you add it. So, let me just clear this up once. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's still polymerized just the same. I don't know. I'm not fully convinced on the white because of that little bit of separation that I do see. And maybe once you encapsulate it, it's not as noticeable. But it's such little separation that I don't think it's gonna be that noticeable. Maybe to someone who is used to getting their nails done would notice, but I don't think it's that much of a big deal. So I don't think either clear or white, I think it's just gonna work out just the same. So here's what I was thinking. Let's go ahead and get 2 more jars and try another color, because I want to see if you can notice it on a different color, any separation with the white. So I'm going to get 2 more jars and we're going to try Sunburst and see if maybe we can see it with this color. Okay, so I'll be right back.
I found love, I'm ever yours, I'm ever yours.
Always believed that after the miles we find ourselves here at the end of the aisle. Looking at me, you're looking at me. What more could I want? What more could I need? Our hands intertwined in this sweet symphony. You're all that I want to forever breathe.
All of the moments collected in time, perfectly bound like your hand fits in mine. Lucky to find what we're both looking for in this life. My heart is aching, but somehow in all the right places. You made me feel like enough. I'll never yours.
Sorry, the girls are home and they're just very needy today. Okay, so that's the difference. White, clear. Once again, I stick by the clear. I think it's more pigmented, obviously, because it's just the mica powder that's more noticeable than the clear, whereas the mica powder is competing with the white in here. And I just think that there's some pigment separated on there. I don't know. When it comes to this color, I'm not very happy with this, because I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's some pigment just solid and separated in some areas. I'm just gonna shake this one a little bit more and see. Now you can, yes, go ahead and go in with your e-file, which I do not recommend. I think it'll just ruin your e-file. Or you can go with a spice grinder, and I'll put a picture of it right here. I own one, so I could be grinding it together there, but it's a mess. Getting it from container to container, very messy. But anyway, let's go ahead and swatch it on here first, and then we'll do the swatch jig.
It's been a long time, but I remember it well. Just like the photo we keep on the shelf. Oh, we were young, oh, we were young. Now 10 years have passed and we're still locked in time. I don't take for granted the years that go by. Started with a gaze, here we remain. The moments collected in time, perfectly bound like your hand fits in mine.
Let me just give you a close-up. And I will say, you see some bits of, let me see, the lighting in here is terrible. Just trying to get the light without having to block the camera on there. But I see some bits of pigments just kind of there on the one with the white, but just on the larger bead. On the smaller bead you can't tell, and can't really tell if it's separated either, so maybe it can work. And then obviously I'm just happy with the clear. I'm happy with the clear. You're getting an orange, you know, but I'm not saying it doesn't work with the white acrylic. I just think you take a big chance that the pigment is competing with the white, and you might have separated pigments, and that's not what you want when you're in the middle of a set and you see that your white is getting separated, especially with acrylic. And it doesn't matter what brand and the great the formula, the longer it sits there, it's a possibility that the pigments can separate, so you always have to kind of like shake your acrylics and get them mixed up well again. So I don't know guys, I am more convinced on the clear, but it's not horrible. It's not horrible with the white. What am I doing? I have to do the swatches. My goodness, I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and we'll do this in fast motion.
You made me feel like enough. I'm ever yours, I'm ever yours. My heart is racing. These tears of happiness shaking. 'Cause I know that I found love. I'm ever yours, I'm ever yours. I'm ever yours, I'm ever yours.
Shimmer obviously because of the mica powder, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. Okay, let me clean up and then we'll be right back. So you guys, here are the 4 swatches. I'm just trying to get the lighting right. And the acrylic powders that we created with mica powder. And again, this is the Picasso 24 pack mica powders with shimmer, obviously. We use the STG and the Mia Secret Clear, Mia Secret French 3D White to create these. And we use Sunburst and Sky Blue for the blue. Let me see, I'm trying to get some, there we go. Maybe the lighting's a little bit better there. So you can see how distinct each color is from each other. And we did create one with white, one with clear. Obviously the ones with clear are more pigmented, true to the color of the mica powder. And the ones with white are much more pastel, lighter color. And unfortunately, if you don't shake it well or mix it well, you may have some separation. Otherwise, if you have a good mixer that you can either put it in a grinder and grind it, or you can use an herb grinder to put it in there, because it comes with a little container, and you can pour it in once you're done. It's just, to me, in my opinion, a little bit more messier. But if you don't mind the extra work, the white can work just the same, and you get a matte version with the white versus the shimmer with the clear. So that, to me, using a mica powder is much more easier, cleaner, faster, and you still get the same results with mica powder versus a chalk. Just less work, guys. I'm sorry. Less work. Maybe with the white you put in an extra step by grinding it or mixing it in a oh my gosh, a spice grinder, but it's a lot better than having to grind chalk and make an even bigger mess, and having to take a risk of breathing all of that and putting it in your lungs if you're not taking the measurements to wear a mask, wearing gloves, and using it in a safe space where no one else is also breathing it. So having said that, this is the way I create my acrylic powders. Once again, they're not custom colors because I cannot create a color unless I mix different colors, like I tried to do with the space gray, pearl, and chrome. I tried to create a color, a chrome acrylic by that, and thankfully the nail industry is coming up with these, and that I don't have to. But if you cannot afford them, if it's not within your budget, this is the way to go, you guys. And like I said, I will leave the containers linked down below. I will leave the mica powder. I will leave the clear. You know where to get me a secret at. But I will leave everything I use linked in the description box below. In case you're interested in any of these products, you don't have to use my link. Once again, I don't make any money, but I just make it a little easier for you to find these products. So anyhow, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and let me know down in the comments below if you want to see me use either of these colors in my next video, because I do want to create a spring nail set, so I can use either one of these colors. So let me know down in the comments below, and that will be my next video. Depending on how many people respond, they will win, obviously. If I only see 2 comments the same, wanting the same acrylic powder, then that will be the color that wins. So the majority rules. So comment down below, leave your little comment of which color you want me to use on my next video, and I will create that. And don't forget, we're going to be using the McCart liner gel liners to create the artwork on top of the nail. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for giving me a part of your day. Thank you for always being a part of mine. I am truly grateful for every single one of you. BTW, after my spring nail look, I will be announcing a giveaway, so stay tuned. I will be showing you the products that I will be giving away, so that'll be coming up in the video after the next video. So toodaloo, guys, stay safe, stay blessed, and see you in my next video.
It's been a long time, but I remember it well, just like the photo